Leader of the third party.
Honourable Speaker, a local teacher came to my constituency office last month to deliver surprising news. At least half of her high school's graduating class couldn't identify what causes climate change or how to address it. In 2025, the science of climate change is not in dispute. 99% of scientists are in consensus about human-caused climate change. It threatens our prosperity and maybe even our existence on this planet. Education is our best hope. The students of today are our future, and we will be relying on them to develop societal and technological solutions to the problem they will inherit. Yet, in a search of our BC K-12 school curriculum, climate change content is almost completely missing. Will the Minister of Education urgently direct officials to make climate change education prominent in the BC course curriculum?
Minister of Education.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I want to thank the member for the question. It's so important that we educate our youth about the absolute the challenges that are facing us all around climate change. I know this is something the member is very passionate about, as is our government. The work that we've done with the Green Party around Clean BC has been world-leading. Leaders in North America, leaders across the globe, and there's absolutely more to do. Our youth have a number of amazing initiatives within the K-12 system around education on climate change and climate science and what we need to do for the future. And I can also tell the member that it's an absolute passion of the youth as well. The students that I talk to, this is something they are deeply concerned about. They know it's their future, as do we. Happy to sit down with the member following this anytime to talk about what's happening in our schools and how we can continue to support that education. Thank you, member, for the question. Thank you.
Member supplemental.
Thanks to the Minister for that answer. In mandatory courses, there is a single mention, this is in a search of the BC course curriculum, a single mention of climate change in Science 7. The reference speaks about, quote, evidence of climate change over geological time and recent impacts on humans. But there's nothing about the causes or how we can combat it. It appears in 3 optional high school courses. In fact, a search of the website trying these search terms, fossil fuels, nothing, global warming, nothing, renewable energy or clean energy, nothing, and conservation only speaks about conservation of water. I have to say I'm stunned about this. Does the Minister at least agree that climate change is not controversial and has accepted science, nor is it too political to include in basic school curriculum?
Minister of Education.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and absolutely I agree with the member. Climate change and climate science is real, and we on this side of the House absolutely support that. We know how vital it is to take care of our environment, to take care of the future for our youth. We have amazing resources in our K-12 schools, including resources and educators who continue to bring in resources and teach students their passion around climate change and climate science as well. We also work with First Nations, people who have stewarded these lands for time immemorial, who come to classes all through K-12 to educate youth about what is happening on the land in their local areas and what the history is of the land. As I said, I'm absolutely happy to sit down with the member and talk about what's in the curriculum and happy to have that meeting with him. Thank you.